Hi, my name's Anna.
Hey, I'm Tessa.
This is my YouTube channel that I'm just starting, and this is our special guest. Okay, so the video for today is going to be about movies during quarantine because quarantine has been awful and it's just terrible. And for me, movies are a way to get out of this world and into another world that's just much better.
I just like watching movies.
Okay, so we have seen one movie almost every night. Some movies we've divided into 2 nights and even 3. So during the first part of quarantine, we watched all the Marvel's movies, but that's
In order.
for a different video. Yeah,
It's
that's a
just
lot.
too much to unpack in one video.
So, I forgot what we watched after that, but we have seen a lot of movies for every single day. So, Tessa, what was your favorite movie?
Well, Anna, one of my favorite movies that we saw was The Patriot. So I don't know if y'all have seen The Patriot, but it has Mel Gibson and Heath Ledger in it. And it's basically about, so it's a father and a son, father being Mel Gibson, the son being Heath Ledger, and it's during that Revolutionary War time, and so it's about the father and the son in the militia together during that time. It's a pretty long movie, but it is so good. Okay, it is so good. One of my favorites that we saw.
And then we saw that around the 4th of July, but to follow that was Hamilton. And I woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning to see it, and it was so good. It everything, all the dance moves, all the lyrics, everything went together. But if I were to say, I like The Patriot over Hamilton.
See, the way that we're explaining The Patriot, maybe it doesn't make it sound like much, but I'm telling you, it has a love story in it. It's it has the war part of it in it, and it's just the father.
It has
and his kids.
Jason Isaacs. Jason Isaacs is, I'm not sure if I'm saying his
Explain
name.
who he is.
He is the Lucius Malfoy from Harry Potter, and he plays a lot of bad guys, but you hate them so much.
He does so good at his job.
What makes you
love he does so good at his job that it makes you
hate them.
And he enraged me.
But it's a good movie.
Definitely
so
check it out.
Amazing. So then,
it's on Netflix.
My personal favorite for a long time has been King Arthur and the Legend of the Sword. What did you think about it?
I did like King Arthur. I like movies like that. It has Judd Law in it. Judd Law is a bad guy in it though, and it's about King Arthur.
Yeah.
And it starts off when he's a baby and what happens when he was a baby, and it kind of shows him growing up a little bit within a song. And then it's how he came to be King Arthur, which is pretty cool because you hear about King Arthur and the Round Table, or the Knights of the Round Table. Yeah. And this is before that, and at the end they build the Round Table. It's so good too.
Amazing. And the way that I can't remember the director's name, but you get to look inside his mind and see what he was envisioning, and it is amazing. So to follow that, I loved that movie so much just because of the way that he directed it. And to follow that, he actually directed Sherlock Holmes, if you're into that.
Which Judd Law is also in Sherlock Holmes. So Sherlock Holmes, it's Robert Downey Jr. is Sherlock, and Holmes is Judd Law. And just the chemistry between the two actors, they have 2 movies. There's 2 movies, right?
Yeah, there's 2 movies.
There's 2 movies that we're working on the 3rd. But
it's gonna come out this December.
And it has the girl from The Notebook. Yeah. She's one of the love interests.
I like her because she's in a bunch of movies here and there, and it just really shows her depth in acting. So I love that director, just the way that he is, and it's amazing. So we have seen a lot of series, and some of them Tessa didn't watch, but you don't watch the Indiana series.
Yeah, I don't watch Indiana.
It is amazing. I watched episode 2 of Star Wars because that's like my favorite Star Wars movie for some reason. But George Lucas wrote part of the screenplay and was a part of making Indiana Jones. So that was just really cool to notice. And so then,
what one of the movies that
I really liked Knives Out. They have Knives Out on Amazon Prime now,
Knives Out is pretty good.
and it's it doesn't measure up to Clue, but it's like almost there, which I really really like because there hasn't been a movie like that in forever.
Yeah, and then Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow.
That's just like, it's not a classic, but it's a classic. You know what I mean?
It's a Tim Burton movie, and it is so amazing.
With Johnny Depp, and that's just like a good movie to watch like anytime, I guess. Yeah. Now I guess to go like a little bit not like, I guess like a different kind of path. What a Girl Wants.
What a Girl Wants.
It's like 2000s.
Yeah. 1999.
90s, 90s, 2000s kind of movie. I like those kind of movies. That's just pretty good. It's about a girl trying to find her father, who happens to be like some kind of like
a lord in
England, whatever. And she's like from New York.
So we followed past a little bit. So we followed Heath Ledger, and then we followed.
So we watched like movies that had like Heath Ledger in it. For example, The Patriot. And we also saw Brothers Grimm.
You saw that one.
Brothers Grimm with Heath Ledger, as well as A Knight's Tale.
A Knight's Tale
with Heath Ledger, which is so good. A Knight's Tale is about a knight and his tale. Yeah. And so back then, like, to be a knight, you had to be like born into like knighthood, basically. Like only the upperclassmen could be knights. And so it's about this young man who started from like being like no one to becoming a knight.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
And then we followed Mel Gibson, and we saw The Bloodfather from Netflix, and then we saw Apocalypto,
which he directed, which is about a Native American tribe that is being conquered by, it looks like either the Mayans or the Aztecs. It doesn't like specify. So yeah, you can probably look it up and find out. And so they capture them, right, and they're taking them to like where they live, and it's about this guy trying to make it back to his wife who's pregnant and has a little boy. And so it's like his journey, and it's so good. It's really good, and it's a different language. It's in like that Mayan language, and so you have to read the subtitles, but it was done like very well. It was really good.
Yes, and this was one of my favorites just because of, I guess, the chemistry and just, I don't know, but Stonehurst Asylum, and we saw it off of Netflix, and it is amazing. They have some Harry Potter characters in it, and it is just, the chemistry is amazing. It's kind of sad, but it is
I never finished it. I was super tired that night, so I fell asleep.
I'll watch it with you again.
Not even halfway through, but
amazing. And also in Sleepy Hollow, there was so many good actors in it. There was the guy from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the principal.
Oh, yeah.
There was Dumbledore.
And the, oh my gosh.
Oh, Dudley?
No,
not
Vernon.
Dudley. Vernon Dudley.
From Harry Potter.
Yes. And then to spice the stuff up a bit, we saw The Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, yes. So that was made in, I don't know. So The Silence of the Lambs is like, it's like about kind of reminds you of like Criminal Minds, kind of, but like a movie, so it's a lot longer. And so that's what like inspired those shows like Criminal Minds, which is pretty cool. That's what started it. But yeah.
And then we saw, right back to Johnny Depp, Alice in Wonderland with just off of Disney Plus, and it was amazing. It was crazy, which just made it more amazing. Tessa, did you want to mention anything?
There's this movie that I saw. Anna didn't get to watch it. It's called. I don't know what it's called. Oh man. Talk about something else while I find it.
Okay, so we saw Cruel Intentions, which
Oh yes,
was
Cruel Intentions was good.
it was amazing. Just like the ending portion and it's just blended well together. We saw let me think. So I saw part of Bottle Rocket, which is a Wes Anderson film, and it was his first film, and he also did it with Owen Wilson, and Owen Wilson's amazing. Oh,
Oh.
Owen Wilson has I forgot.
Oh, the movie we saw with the boys.
Yes,
I couldn't
forgot
tell you
it.
what it's called.
It's amazing too. But he's like um homeless, and then just him and these boys, and that's really cool. And then we have seen
We saw
so
Before
many.
I Fall.
Before I Fall, that was really it made me cry. So I cry in almost every movie, but that one I really really cried. We saw Mud, which has
Yes, Matthew McConaughey.
yeah, it was, and Reese Witherspoon. She didn't have a big part in it, but she still had a part in it. We saw Brother, Where Are Thou? It's amazing. We saw
That's a classic.
Feel the Beat, which is a Netflix movie, and it was really good.
Man, I can't think of what this movie is called.
Describe it.
So it's basically about there's this killer in this town who's taking like
I See You.
I see you. That how did you? That's what
Because
it's called.
you and Dad were watching it, and I saw Avatar like right at the beginning before we were in quarantine. Like I think it was a day off, but I saw Avatar, and I hadn't seen it, but it was like really good. Like I didn't know what to expect. That was
Wait,
really
back
good.
to I see you. I see you is so good. It says like I'm looking it up, and it says it's like a mystery horror. It's not necessarily like horror, but it's really good. It's really good.
Yes. And then we saw Ace Ventura.
I'm not a I don't mean they're not the best movies in the world, but I don't mind watching
It's
them.
good. It's funny, and you need that. Life as We Know It.
Life as We Know It.
I saw that one. Sorry.
What's that about?
It was about there's this guy and this girl, and they have best friends, and the two best friends of those two people, they got married and had a kid, and they're like the godmother and the godfather, and well, the two people, the married couple died, so they left the kid and the house and everything to the godparents, and so they're trying to figure it out. So that one was really good. We also saw.
I've seen that movie about. We've also seen some like documentaries. A few like about like the like World War II.
You saw those.
Yeah.
We just seen so many movies that they're
Yeah,
all
like we're definitely like
blur
not
together.
naming all of them. Oh, A Walk to Remember. That's a classic. That's in 2002, and it's if you haven't seen Walk to Remember, then like
we also saw The Last Song.
yes.
And oh my goodness, what's his name?
What?
The person who made the last song, A Walk to Remember, The Notebook.
Oh, Nicholas Sparks?
Yes, Nicholas Sparks. He's good at his job of writing sad novels, but they are so sad. I don't know what else we've seen.
We've seen. I can't even tell you like
A lot. Like this is not even half of the movies that we've seen. Just seeing one every night.
Irreplaceable You. It's about like this couple and the girlfriend does she has cancer, and so she tries to like prepare like a life for her fiance, like while she's gone. And so it's about that. That was really good too.
On a happier note, when we first met, It's a really good movie.
Oh, When We First Met was good. That's funny for sure.
We saw a bunch of movies. So Before I Fall,
Did we talk about Before I Fall?
met.
Before I Fall is like a girl like reliving the same day
Yeah.
over and over again because she knows she has to like do something to like save someone. Similar to Groundhog Day.
Yes, which we saw, and it's like
Groundhog Day is
cool.
older though.
It's from the 80s, I think.
Yeah, it's
Maybe.
pretty good though. It's not bad or anything.
It's just like where everything started, like all these movies where you relive a day. That's where it started, like Happy Death Day.
From Groundhog Day.
And then, what was your favorite out of all these movies that we've seen? You have to pick a favorite.
My favorite. That's hard. My favorite is gotta be either The Patriot. Honestly, like it's that good. Like it is that like I can't like the complexity of the story. Like it's not just like start a militia, we fight, we win, yay. No, there's like so much of the story. Like it makes you cry, it makes you mad,
it makes you laugh.
Laugh. Sometimes it makes you happy, makes me smile. Like it's just like a roller coaster of emotions, and like that's good in a movie because it's like when you watch like a horror movie, like you don't like laugh all the time, or you know what I mean?
You're scared.
Yeah, or if you're watching a funny movie, you don't always necessarily like get mad, or you know what I mean? It's just like that was so good. That one and A Knight's Tale. A Knight's Tale just had like a good like story to it. But The Patriot was so good.
So if I had to pick, it'd be between Sleepy Hollow and Stonehurst Asylum. Just either one of those. Like one of them they're both kind of, not that they're both kind of horror. I mean, Tim Burton did a really good job on his movie Sleepy Hollow, but the Stonehurst Asylum just really has a good story and good thought process to it, and I really, really like it. It has like twists and turns, and like on the last 10 minutes maybe, like way at the end, I didn't see a twist or turn coming, but there was a really big twist and turns which just turned the waters around. So that was all the movies, well, not all of them, but all the ones that I can remember. So
if there's anything else, we're gonna make another video because I love talking about movies.
And we'll probably come back again
with all the Marvel,
with all the Harry Potter, all the
Dude, I forgot that we watched all the Harry Potter. We watched all the Marvel movies. We're gonna start watching all the Star Wars movie in order. Yeah, y'all should definitely like try and watch like at least one movie that or something. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'd say like try to watch one movie a day, just because like there's so many movies out there. You know what I mean? So many different kinds of genres of movies, and you know you stick to like something that you like, but sometimes you gotta get out of your comfort zone and try something different. A lot of these movies are on Netflix. On Netflix,
IMDb TV. That's like, I guess you can do that on an app. I don't know, but they have a bunch of free movies.
Or Prime.
Majority,
though, are Prime and Netflix. Mm-hmm. And majority of those are Netflix, I think.
So, if you want to check out any of these movies, you can. I'll try to mention them in the description, hopefully. And that's about it. Bye.
Bye.